It looks like I'm going live right now. How cool is that? Tonight's going to be a very short zentangle night. Trying to get these microphones I got to work, basically, is what I'm doing. And so, I don't know, this is kind of to see like if people can hear me or if I sound distant or if I sound close, if I sound awesome, if I sound bad. This is sound check. It's a sound check night. Yes, that is what it is. So hopefully, close if I sound awesome, if I sound bad. This is going to be a short night of zentangle. So hopefully, close if I sound awesome, if I sound bad. This is going to be a short night of zentangle. Hi. Okay. I actually had a pretty good response yesterday with all my zentangling. Well, I wasn't zentangling, it was just kind of like painting with some new paints. And so that was kind of cool. Tonight I'm just going to be like drawing lines. And we're going to start by, let's see, I'm going to use my pencil first. Get kind of a basic circle. This is my cheat circle. Here we go, right around there. Oops, I moved it. I do have one of those little, oh gosh, what do you call those things? I guess I could use that. What is this called again? I cannot remember. Probably, is it a protractor? Or a contractor? I'm kidding. All right. Let's find the middle. Okay, I'll just switch this around like this. No music tonight, just me blabbing. And now I'm going to make it a little smaller. And we're going to turn this around here. I don't really use this a lot. But I'm just gonna, we're gonna do circles and lines and whatever we feel like. This is gonna give me a little base to start with. So let's base it up. That's too big. We want too much base. Just a bit of base, please. And here we go. Maybe a little bit more. Well, actually, I'm gonna just pull this back over here. I'm gonna do some more lines with our protractor thing. Put one over here. And we can make all kinds of fun things with this. Yep. Okay. All right, so I guess I'll tell a story while I'm doing this. I'll have to think of a story. This is, I love stories. I mean, stories are awesome. Let's put this right here. We're going to make another little half circle. And even just doing this, you make a beautiful design. And as far as stories go, I always like my favorite one about the jellyfish. where I got stung by a jellyfish when I was scuba diving. And I have a scar from it. Got stung on my hand. I didn't die. Nobody peed on it. Although I thought that would be like awesome if that would cure it. But my scuba guy said, no, that's a myth. You don't pee. You just don't pee on make that a little bit bigger here. Yeah, you just don't pee on jellyfish stings. The warm water, though, is supposed to make it feel less painful. And it was pretty painful, though. I don't know if anybody has ever been stung by a jellyfish, but I'll tell you what, you don't want to know. All right, here we go, just kind of swirling around. And we're going to start inking here in just a second. Oh, I lost all my viewers. No one likes the jellyfish story. Okay, we'll just talk about art. There we go. All right, enough of this protractor. We'll put that away. And we're just going to use our pen. And right now, I'm just going to make the tiniest circle right in the middle. I'm going to use my pen for that. It may not be exactly in the middle, but I don't need it to be because I'm just testing out sound tonight. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And it'll sound clear and you don't have to turn your TVs or your phones way up. Oh, beautiful. Look at that awesome circle. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's art. And we are going to make it work. Yes, we are. Da, 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 da. And I am going to turn this a bit. Just get right around here. Do testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Has anybody else ever zentangled? First time I saw it and heard of it, I was like, wow, that's really great because you don't have to have a plan. You can just draw lines and circles until it makes a really pretty pattern. And it can be very satisfying. This happens to be my Zentangle book. All right, let's get back here where I do a lot of different Zentangle-y things. And if anyone's watching, please let me know if you can hear me clearly or if you have to turn the sound way up or not, because I'm definitely testing out these microphones that I have. I'll fill that in a little bit. To see if they are good sound quality, see if they're even connected, because I'm just using my cell phone right now. I have a new camera, but I'm still waiting for the SIM card, the right SIM card to get here, so I can try that out. And in the meantime, we're just kind of darken up these things a little bit, kind of add some depth. And don't worry if you make a mistake, because in art, really, it's always a happy mistake. Anyone who ever watched Bob Ross knows that, right? I like Bob Ross. He was always an awesome artist. He'd do this awesome painting in a half an hour of landscaping. And I did learn his technique, and I can do that. I used to live in Seattle, and I was able to do that kind of thing. But living in Florida, not a lot of people want mountains and rivers. They like the palm trees and the ocean, sunsets, and that kind of thing. So I also like that kind of thing, which is why I moved here. And it's always sunny and much warmer than it is up north, especially right now. Right now, it is snowing and cold and blizzardy and icy. And I'm kind of glad that I live down here right now because of that reason. And we'll just do some little lines here. And zentangle is just that. You just do little patterns. And every time you do a pattern, it's very cool because you feel like a sense of accomplishment. Like, ooh, cool, look what I just did. And then you kind of keep going and you keep making new and more patterns. And I am using ink. I started with pencil because I was afraid of making a mistake. And I would go over it with my pen to darken it up. But now I'm brave enough to just do it with just the pen first. And now I feel like just drawing straight lines. Oh, and I am going to do a cheat. I'm going to find a straight object because maybe this Q-tip thing. Because I want it to be semi-even. Sorry about my hand in the way. All right, I'm doing this way, right through the middle. And this is going to be fun because once I get these lines in, I'm going to do something else that's really cool. That's going to totally change the look of just lines. Because you can make a circle, you can make a line, and all of that is art. Let me turn it this way. Maybe you can see that better. All right, there we go. Right through the, right there, to the edge of that circle. And I'm going to just do a couple more here between those because the look I'm going for looks better with a couple closer lines. And they won't look like lines when we're done. Well, they will, but they're going to have like a cool shape. And you're going to go, whoa, how did that even happen? When there was just lines there a minute ago, and now there's like a really cool design or pattern. And this is all just like, okay, let's just draw, let's just zentangle tonight. We don't have to really have any plan. So all of this started because I drew a circle. And now here comes the fun part where it's all going to come together. So we're going to swing it down like that from the top to the middle, top to the middle, top to the middle, top to the middle, just like that. Top to the middle. You just repeat these patterns. Really, it seems when you look at it, it's like, oh wow, you know, how do you do that? And then when you try it and you just do the same thing, once you do it, then it's like, oh, it wasn't as hard as I thought, or oh boy, I really messed up. It can go either way because I've done it both ways. Yeah, I've been challenged. I challenge myself mostly. Now I'm just going to connect these together, which is our circle, with the ink to make it a little darker. This will complete this pattern. And here in a minute, I'll show you a completed one. Well, I'll probably show you a couple because this is, well, it's more of a sound check night, but also if the sound isn't working, then I still want it to be a good art night. I always want it to be a good art night. Has anyone ever tried just drawing like not planning things out and just drawing, or just like to watch artists draw. I've always loved drawing ever since I was a kid. And I've always loved color. Now that is really cool. I like that. And we're going to fill in these. This is very detailed. I'm kind of a detailed kind of person. Just because I'm detailed doesn't mean it's perfect, but I do like a lot of little lines and things like that. So you can see just a little bit, making the circle around and filling in these little tiny nubs. Makes it look pretty, has a, different look. It's more, stands out more, I guess. With the darker around it. One good thing to remember is dark brings out the light. So don't be afraid to use dark because you want that light to stand out. All right, we're mostly all the way around. I'm just going to be general after this because this is going to be a short little live video. Those 2-hour ones for me, they're boring even for me. Yeah, I've got ADD, ADHD, or some kind of DDD, some letters. It's really hard for me to stay interested in something for too long. So that's why I'm going to make my live videos, like, I'm going to try to get it in a half an hour. And I think the more I do that, the more I'll be able to get in each half hour until it's going to be amazing. I'll be like, oh, how did she do that in just like a half an hour? And this is a Sharpie I'm using, so it does bleed a little bit, which is okay. I don't mind a little bit of bleeding of ink. All right, so here we go. You see these other little circles we have, so I'm just going to kind of tune into those and make some patterns out of those. I'll just darken those up a little bit. And there are so many different patterns you can do. I started by like watching on YouTube, and then I just started making up my own. So like, I'm going to do this one. Make all these lines kind of go in the same direction, a little loopy, like that. Gives it a little bit of a 3D look or something besides just flat. And then, let's see, I did that one this way, but now I'm going to go in a different direction. Bring it up, and bring it up. The other way, the other one I was bringing it down. Now we're bringing it up. Bringing it up about halfway. And then we're going to bring it back around this way again, and this way. Just kind of continue the same lineage. But I find it's, like I said, it's very freeing because I don't have to have a plan of, oh, I'm going to draw this or that or anything else. I can just draw whatever I like. And it can go any way you want it to go. And even if you don't know where you want it to go, it will go somewhere. All right. And then I'll do another one here. Another one here. There. And then another fun way to do it is, it's just squiggly lines. So I'm just going to take and like do this. just kind of bring that squiggly line around. Now because this is a Sharpie, I have to pop it up off the paper a little bit here and there. Just bringing out little shapes. But keeping this circle right here. So that'll make it nice and circular. Bring that around. Okay. And we'll just pop this over here and darken that up so we can see the circle. There. Make it nice and dark all the way around. It's good to do like the angle of your hand and not try to do, it's a natural angle, so you kind of naturally, your hand just goes in that direction, in the circular direction. It's a natural curve that you have in your hand. And the next thing I'm going to do is just kind of bring that in a little bit like that. Just on a couple of these. Make them look like little curves. Which is more detail. And you don't need to do a lot of detail. I think zentangle is one of the funnest, most therapeutic ways to de-stress from a long day. Okay. I know if you're a working kind of person, it's so easy to just stress out at work, about employees, fellow whatever. So this is a good way to take your mind off some of those things. Because you do focus, you're like totally engrossed and focused on what you're doing. And don't worry about messing up. You can just make it part of the plan. Say, oh yeah, I planned on doing that. I didn't screw up. I wanted it that way. There we go. And that's the way, I like it. See, that's why I should have music on during my streams, because I start singing and humming. And I don't think I'm the best singer. Like maybe at karaoke, if everybody's like drunk or something, you know, like, oh, you sound great, or you think you sound great, but generally I'm not a karaoke kind of person. Generally, I like to make fun of people who sing karaoke, or really admire people who, you know, can sing really well and they sound great. Very talented people. Now this one I'm just going to bring around like this. I'm just going to feel some curves. Now on the other side, I went all in one direction. This side I'm going to do a little bit different. And I'm going to do a couple different curves here, and they're going to run into each other. Give it kind of a different look. And we're going to call this Zany Zentangle. Just make it go wherever we like. And the more you go around, the more of a picturesque it becomes. So let's do this little piece down here. And we're going to just repeat a pattern. Just pull it over, pull it over, pull it over, and pull it over, pull it over, pull it over, etc., etc. Now if you get bored with pulling it over, just change it up, because I'm already bored with this. Like I said, I can't keep interested in anything very long, even with myself. So I'm just going to do some looping. Looping is a little upside down, so it won't be perfect, but like I said, it doesn't matter. It's my picture, and I'm doing it my way, and it's going to look fabulous, because I'm a fabulous person, and so are you. And just for watching my stream tonight, I thank you, and it also makes you a fabulous person. We're very fabulous people. I didn't do a lot of inviting. I think my half hour is just about up. So, like I said, I'm testing my mic, trying to see if it's working. All right, now we'll just go around here. And I feel like drawing an eye. That's something I really like drawing. So here comes the eye. Which direction? We're going to have it looking this way. Put another circle in the circle. Put another circle in that circle. And a line. That's going to be our pupil highlight. I think in like all of my drawings, somewhere there's an eye. It could be a people eye, a lizard eye, a dragon eye, or just a random eye. I'm going to use my, let's see, let's get the little eyelashes here. It's very quiet. All right. So you can see like your zentangle can be anything you want it to be. Now I can draw another eye if I wanted to. Or I can just keep making patterns. You can do anything you want to do. And you can't see what I'm doing, can you? All right, so here's my eye. And I think I'll just finish this one up and I'll call it a night. And I'll finish this particular zentangle in a short. So, with some music, it'll be a little bit more exciting. And as I grow my channel, it'll be more and more interesting, more professional. Well, hopefully more interesting and more professional, but still fun and exciting. This is not exciting, but it will. I think the whole thing's exciting to me. And I just draw what I feel. All right. Okay, wait. Well, I can't stop because I have to do this one. It's too uneven for me. And this is a fun pattern right here. We're going to do this. This is really fun. You just kind of like do this, make these little lines. And then bring that down here, that down here. And this is going to be our focus point. And this is now going to be like a ribbon. I'm going to black that out a little bit. So that's going to be like a little ribbon. Hope you can see that. This is why I can't do short streams. Once I get started, I'm like, oh, cool, let's do this now, and we'll do that next. I'll just do a little bit of this kind of thing. All right. So that's going to be it for tonight. And tomorrow I'll put the short on where this is a finished product. And, you know, with music and fun stuff like that. So hopefully y'all are having a great night. And I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. I'll be streaming again around 8 o'clock to 8:30. That's my New Year's Eve goal, or my New Year's goal, I should say, not just the Eve, because that's gone. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing regular streaming, and it's going to be amazing. All right. So once again, I just want to say thank you for watching my stream. Thank you for joining me, even if it's for a moment. And even if you don't comment, which is fine too, just showing up is awesome. And I'm just going to put thank you, that means you, for watching my channel. And my signature heart. There you go. I'll be back tomorrow night. Whoops, just for a short time. You all have a great night, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right. Enjoy your evening. This will go to private once I click off, but then I'll click on to, yeah, anyway. Okay.